Welcome back. This is a reading for all signs. Let's see the messages. I hope everybody is doing well. Right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Energy at the bottom with the Eight of Wands. There is a communication which is around the corner. It could be an email, a phone call, or a text message. So watch out the space. Keep a close eye on your social media or the communication channel that you follow. And what is this message going to be about? Or there could be a fast moving change as well. But what could be the message all about? There is a wish fulfillment coming for you. I would say probably a golden time. However, this golden time is coming after a period of a long period of isolation in your case. And what kind of isolation? In the past, you may have struggled with your finances. You may not have had the required money to, let's say, pay your everyday bills, um, provide a ration to yourself or to your family. However, the situation was grim. I'm feeling kind of an impoverished situation, which means that you may have seen poverty at the very close end, and then you knocked at every possible door, every possible door. And what happened? Nobody opened the doors for you. All the doors were closed. You felt like, let's see, somebody is trying to find a safe home, trying to find safety and comfort in the warmth of being inside a house when they may be struggling outside, they may be roaming or wandering outside in search of a shelter. And let's assume that it's either raining heavily in a cold night or it's snowing. That's the kind of situation that I'm seeing for you. If you imagine or visualize the situation, how would you feel if someone is out there in that cold with bare minimum clothes on their body, and they are trying to find shelter, and they are knocking one door after the other and nobody is opening the doors, or probably people are finding excuses so that they don't have to cater to them. Probably nobody wants to cater to the poor people these days, as far as I've seen in the society. um, and how, let's say that, how would that person feel, or how would you feel if you were in that situation? And that's the kind of situation that I'm seeing. Of course, there will be emotional moments, apart from being um, apart from difficult state of affairs as far as your physical body is concerned, because you would definitely have to bear the brunt of cold, harsh conditions outside, plus people turning their back on you um, could give you emotional traumatic experiences which could last longer, sometimes over many lifetimes, because these emotions, these memories create blueprints at the soul level, or at the spirit level, which cannot be washed away quite easily, which creates further karmic knots, and then these cycles of birth, death, rebirth keeps on repeating or keeps on happening only because the karma has to be cleared. The karma must be balanced. And that's what I'm seeing. So, after that period of extreme harsh conditions, extreme impoverished conditions, you actually decided to go and take isolation, spend a lot of time in isolation. I'm seeing that you may have you may have spent at least a year, or probably 6 months to a year in isolation, trying to discover yourself, trying to find yourself, maybe putting your life back together, finding resources to um, stand again, or finding resources to earn your bread and butter. And you did that all alone, all by yourself, no hands of support. And after that, or after a period of soul searching, or after a period of discovery, after a period of enlightenment, I would say in short term. And enlightenment does not only mean um, that you become a sage, you become a saint, or you have that interview with the Almighty. Enlightenment does mean that you actually start seeing life the way it is, because you see suffering and difficult conditions to the extent that it creates a fact or a truth on your mind that nothing on this planet or nothing in this world truly belongs to you. Everything is a manifestation of some sort of frequency or vibration of the God, um, and that we should find a way to be in comfort with every situation, to be in comfort with even in the coldest uncomfortable situations, because that shows the acceptance of life the way it is presented to you, and in turn that shows the faith, or our belief system um, in the God, because when we start believing that all life on this planet or in this Sara is created by God, is physical or material manifestation of God, and then all we could do here is that offer our gratitude, offer our thanks for the experiences, and accept the life the way it is. For the God wants us uh, to be like that or to behave like that, possibly sometimes to test, sometimes to develop our soul gifts, so that eventually all of us can go back home, can be one, or can be one in unison with the Almighty. That's the entire purpose of all these lifetimes, or the birth, death, and rebirth cycles. Coming back to this reading, so after that period of enlightenment and discovery, there is this golden time now, because God is going to reward you for all the efforts, for all the suffering, and still believing in God, that yes, um, since you have sent me here, and since you are presenting these situations or problems to me, and I accept all those with a whole heart, um, and that that period of, I would say, a test or an exam from the god is passed, and here comes the time for that reward, that dear wish fulfillment that you have had for quite a long time. Now is the time to um, see the physical or material manifestation of that wish of yours. Let's see what are the heavens talking about this. What is the guidance available to you today? I'm using the psychic reading cards for this. All right. We have the hearts. A strong energy of Ketu. Ketu is the planet of spirituality. Ketu also shows separation, termination, sudden losses, and I posted an audio message on Ketu's placement in um, first house, and then there will be another one which is a long video which talks about Ketu's transit in Maga Nakshatra, in the nakshatra of the Leo sign, that happened on 29th of March earlier this year. A very informative reading if you really want to get to know about Ketu and the especially the significance of this transit for the next 9 months. I would encourage you going back there and then checking out that audio. Coming back to this, so there is that strong energy of Ketu that I'm seeing. Why? Because somehow I'm feeling that it shows the disconnection or separation from the old self, or with the people whom you think that they hurt you when you needed them the most, and and that separation is caused by the Almighty, because now your heart is healing. The Anahat chakra or the heart chakra is what I'm seeing is starting to bloom again, and which is the reason that we have the energy of the cups here. Energy of the cups always talk about the matters of the heart, emotions, or our relationships. And there is another message that I would want to deliver, that even though the situations with respect to people have not been easier, have been on the rough side, however, the heart's psychic message showing up here today also talks about that just because there is enough evil in the world, do not change yourself and become one with that evil. Instead, because there are too few people who are really good, try to be one of those, so that you could spread happiness and goodness around. What I'm meaning to say here is that because of the harsh life situations or the experiences from the people around you, do not change yourself, do not change your innocence or innocent nature and become one with evil. Rather, show that strength and charisma, that inner light, that divine light that you have experienced during this period of isolation, and become one with God and be a messenger of light. Be the one who actually spreads the happiness and goodness around, and not become a victim of the evil. So Just because evil exists and evil prevails predominantly does not mean that we become one with evil. Um, do not let your light flicker away. Rather, try to beam it, try to amplify it like the sun does. No matter how gray the clouds are, no matter how dark the Amawas night or the new moon night is, sun does not forget its duty of shining and rising every other day and every day. So be like sun. Alright, we will conclude this message here. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like it or if it does resonate with you, to send a message, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you really want to dive deep into your personal readings, um, or maybe have a conversation with me on any other subject, astrology, vastu, healing, or any other general life subject as well. Take care. Jai Guruji, Jai Ma Kali.